right, here's a question for you. What is this class about? George, what's this class about?
It's about teaching us how
All right, so the class is about manipulation and screens. Close but no cigar. Jeff, what is this class about? To be literate in film, close but no cigar. Sylvia, what's this class about? Understand the different ways of manipulation. Very close but no cigar. Nathan, one last time, one last effort here. What's this class about?
Making sure aspects of film are worth more widely known.
Figuring out what aspects of film should be more widely known. Close but no cigar. The correct answer is that this entire semester is about Benjamin Carlson Hart. Yes, me.
I get that.
And how did we come to that? Some of you guys are going, but other people are like, oh my gosh, she just admitted he's an egotistical maniac.
Because you're teaching what you think is important.
I'm teaching what I think is important about film literacy. Now, let's back up for a second so we're catching everybody here. There are 1,000 facts about film literacy. There are probably more, 10,000 facts about film literacy. How did Mr. Benjamin Carlson Hart pick out what he calls the 150 pages of important information? Simply because I can't help it. I just do. Do you know that this class could have been about, I could have quizzed you week one about, I could have shown you a picture of a video recorder and had you pick out the names of all the different knobs and features on the camera. And then we could have talked about how that makes this image look different. And we could talk about different filters, making different colors. That is film literacy. But we didn't do that. I did not think that was important. And I don't want you to leave here thinking that like I said, that I'm an egomaniac. When you're in psychology class and you're with Miss Heidi Moe, that class says radically more about Miss Heidi Moe than it does about psychology, because there are 10,000 facts about the way the human mind works. How did she choose those particular ones? And let me tell you, Miss Moe and I, we don't sit down and say, what do I think is important? How am I going to teach these people what I value? It happens accidentally. Mr. Kurtz is the other cinema teacher or film lit teacher. His class is very, very different than this. Very different, yeah.
I'm sure.
And they have to write the same amount of pages total. I don't want you guys to start thinking, oh, that's right, this could have been easy. No. Same page total. But remember, this is everywhere. This is super, super deep, guys. This is way bigger than film. Think about all the things. Whenever someone opens their mouth, you're learning about the exact opposite of what you think. And one final thing, just to make sure we're on the same page, that JFK documentary was about an invisible face. You don't know their gender, their age, how wealthy they were, whether or not they golf or play shuffleboard. You don't know anything about them, but you're learning about them. You're being forced to think very strange thoughts about John F. Kennedy, which may not be true. Right, so sorry for starting off with that like barn burner, like weird question, trick question, but I think it's a test for whether or not we're tracking it. So I personally think that needs to be more widely known, but you have to make the final judgment call. Any questions or comments, concerns? Okay. In your notes, I'd like you to title this next part, The Frame. And in characteristic fashion for this unit, I'm going to be trying to argue that the frame is a lie. But ask yourself this question. Do I know what I mean? Do I know what Mr. Hart is saying when he says the frame? What's the frame? Turn to your neighbor and make sure that they know.
Widescreen or full screen?
Are you about to tell us what the frame is?
I'm about to ask you, and then fill in the blanks. So I'll fill in the blanks after you say.
Picture frame?
Bob, what is the frame? In film literacy, what are we talking when we say the frame?
You should ask me what it is.
Yeah, what's the frame? Couldn't, okay. Austin, do you know what the frame is? It's like the screen. Okay, Austin and Bob, if you're looking through a camera lens, you have it up to your face. What would you say the frame is then when you're looking through a lens? You know? Austin, you know what the frame is? Okay. Garnett, what's the frame? No clue. Are these questions open to anyone then? What are we talking about when we say the frame?
When you look at the camera lens and whatever you see, that's what you're getting shown.
Yeah, like a picture frame. When you're looking through a camera, there's a border. And it looks a lot like, when you're looking through that lens, it's a lot like what you think of a picture frame. I've got a picture frame in the back corner there, by the side of my coffee maker. That's a Photoshop picture of a former teacher here. We were coffee buddies. Me and 4 teachers in the English department are coffee. We drink coffee in the morning. And when he retired, because he got tired of teaching, we photoshopped him out of this weird image. This is Brad Runny. He's before your time. But that frame, you guys know that's the frame. Now there's a frame on images too. Okay. And today, I guess the first start of this class part, my thesis is this: the frame is a lie. The frame is, how am I going to do
Everything
that?
is in this
Everything's a lie in this
I
class.
swear, yeah, it's all lies.
You have a head start. This is complicated. Here you have one single image framed in 3 different ways. I'd like you to discuss. Well, this picture can be found on the class slides in case you end up liking this.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
But discuss with your neighbor, how is taking an image and changing the frame to 3 different ways? What does that do? Okay, discuss amongst yourself, and we'll discuss together in a minute.
Because that one looks like they're helping him, and then the one on the far side look like they're hurting him.
Yeah. And then the one in the middle is like a little bit of
What?
both.
That one doesn't even make sense.
The one in the middle is like, drink this water.
Yeah.
Damn.
That one's messed
Nah, I see what he's talking about now. This is about to be funny, man. There's plenty of ways to mess with people like that.
Yeah.
If you're ready for the next step, I want you to rank these 3 different framing attempts for their bias. A 0 means there is 0 bias. This is the truth. God is my witness. 10 means extraordinarily biased. So we have 3 numbers, 1, 2, and 3, from 0 to 10, 10 being the most biased. So if you're ready for that next step, see if you can come down to a number on what it means.
Pretty sure the one in the middle is 10. Pretty sure. The left and right, I don't know. I give them both like a 5.
You can take what you want from the middle photo, though.
Yeah, 0 means no, it's not biased.
You don't have a choice on the other 2. That's what
So 10 is very, very biased. In just a second, I'm going to be calling on you for all 3 numbers. I'm going to ask for your number here, here, and here, so be prepared to answer that.
She said, she jumped. It's really slow.
All right, Shelly and Eduardo, you're going to be first, but then we're going random after that.
Alright, bet.
Eduardo, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with Eduardo first. What's your number here?
8,
Okay, here?
5,
Here?
8,
Okay, so 8, 8, 5. Shelly, over here?
6,
Here?
2, 6.
6, 2, 6. All right, Morgan, here. 10 is very, very, very biased. 0 means not biased at all.
Okay, so I put 5, 8, and then 5.
5, 8, 5. Okay. Vic, here? Here? Here. Oh, okay. 6, 6, 6. Weird. All right, let's do 2 more. Tebow, what's yours here?
10,
Here?
5,
Here?
10.
Linnea.
10, 10, 10.
You said 10 for the last one too? Okay. All right. I think we're consensus-wise, we're in an agreement that these sides are the most biased. Okay, there are some people who didn't agree to that, but if we were to take consensus, sake, that would be it. And then most people who thought that these edges were biased made them equal. So this one shows the worst possible scenario. This shows the best possible scenario. And this one sort of, because it's showing both, allows you to choose. So I'm going to choose the point at which I'm going to fill in the blanks here. And I'm going to talk to you then about why this one is not at all unbiased. And that a lot of you, I think, are agreeing because you're putting it as an equal keel. I don't know if I would say 10, 10, 10 or 6, 6, 6, but I would not put this anywhere near 0. Meaning that this is biased too. Because I'm trying to argue the frame is a lie. So you don't have to believe me. But here's how it works. If you notice the perspective here, you have a full body-sized person sitting down. And then look at this leg. The leg is enormous, which can only mean one thing. That the leg is significantly in front. Nice. And because this is significantly in front, that is not anywhere near his head. And probably on the ground, very, very many feet in front of the picture. So here's the ethical dilemma. Here's the stuff that makes you really question yourself. Is how do you capture the truth? How do you capture the truth?
Okay.
I think that we would all agree that this is deceit to the point of lie.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Deceit to the point of lie. Now, here's the crazy part before I even move on. This is the truth, and it's a lie at the same time. This happened. It happened. It happened, right? This is also the truth, but it's a lie. And here in the middle, though, let's say you're trying to be honest. You're noble-spirited. You don't sin, or you try not to, right? And you take this picture. If you publish this middle image, you are guilty of not telling the truth. Because this makes it look like he's being. This is. I'm pretty sure. As a teacher, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is true, right? I don't know.
Yes.
There's no perspective distortion. I think someone's being helped here. Over here, though, portraying it that way doesn't help. So here's the question: we got to move now. We got to shine from a different angle. But then, what if we have high angle, right? We're over here because we don't want that distortion. We're over here with a high angle. Now we're accidentally, oh crap, making us feel superior to the soldiers. How do you do it? How do you do it? It's very philosophically creepy, strange, murky, hard to figure out. Now, I could have said the frame is deceitful and left it at that. I think that all of us could probably understand that, yes, the frame can be very deceitful. But I'm going to take it to that next step. You don't have to follow me, that the frame is a lie. And I'll give you an example here with Mr. Hart's class, Mr. Hart's documentary. And I want to film my class as it is. That's not, don't think twice, that's not what's going on over here. But I want to film Mr. Hart's class. So I'm going to, where do I point the camera right now? Where do I do it?
At me, because I'm cute.
Okay, so we pick certain people based on their physical characteristics, or based upon the fact that they're paying attention right now, right? There are people in this class not paying attention, and somehow my camera goes away from that person. So I film someone paying attention, and ideally with someone whose notes are out in front of them. And I'm like, okay, now this is Mr. Hart's class, but it's not true. I'm picking out what I want to show you, and it's accidental. So, okay, how do I do it? Maybe to be honest, I should point the camera at someone not paying attention. That's what I'll do. I want to be noble-hearted. But now that's distortion too. The only way to fix this is to show everything from all possible angles, which is impossible. So, this is my closing statement. Every time I frame something out, I'm lying. How do I say that? Because if I point the camera at someone taking notes and I take that and I put it in my film, my conscience should bother me, shouldn't it? And no matter what I choose, if I really were to say, okay, conscience, what are you saying right now? My conscience? Crap. Every time. Back to John F. Kennedy documentary, you can see where this gets very distorted. The question from last Thursday, how do you make a documentary about the United States of America?
So you can't.
You can't. That's a pretty bold claim to say that you can't.
Exactly.
But I somehow am tempted to say it anyway. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a couple minutes because I swear we just covered like 2 or 3 class days in 20 minutes. I want to translate what just happened into high school mode. Much longer group work time. Questions you have to fill out in worksheet form. Then you guys have to pull out a piece of butcher paper and create a frame for yourself showing how it's distorted. And then you present, each group presents out. That takes a long, long time, right? So in college, don't be confused into thinking that, oh, that only took 10 minutes. That must not be important. No, it's like super high def. So prepare yourself for that. So to practice, I'm going to give you a full 5 minutes off. I'm not going to say anything. And I want you to unpack what we've just discussed and put it in your notes. Because I'm telling you, we covered at least 2 class days in 20 minutes. All right, so time off for that.